Okay, so that vent we're gonna cut out with a flex drywall router, and you're probably wondering yourself if it can do it or not. I could tell you these tools are amazing, and sometimes you can use them for what they're not meant to be used for. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, first of all, we got. Let me get set up here. Okay, first you need a stool because we're not just going to use a drywall bit. I'm going to use an actual router bit. Why is this giving me such a hard time? This thing's pretty much brand new. It's tiny. I could use it's basically a 1/4 inch bit. I got a bunch of different sleeves in here to change out this bit. You know what, I'm gonna move the camera over here. That way you can get a little bit closer and see a little bit better. You know, can it fit here? It might fit here. Hang on. We're all over the place here. Trying to do this. There we are. There we are. That should be a better view here. That should be. That's supposed to. There. At least now. Now you get a better look at what's going on. Alright. So, first of all, I don't have a regular plunge. Well, I do have a plunge router, but I'm curious. Can I cut plywood, 5/8 plywood, with this tool? So first we'll pull out, this bit needs to be changed anyways, because it's broken. See, what I love about flex tools is they almost think of everything. The key literally sits in the handle right there. So you don't have to look for anything, it's there. As long as you have the parts you need, you should be good. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. Oh, that might. Oh, that's the perfect sleeve right there. So just pop out that sleeve. They're like little sleeves like that. Put that new sleeve in. And we'll just throw that in the end of the router. It's a reverse thread, I'm pretty sure here. Or no, it's a proper thread. We don't want to get that too tight. We want to set that bit. It needs to at least cut the plywood depth. And so since I don't have a plunge router guide, I'm going to actually use the router bit tip there. Worst case scenario, I might need to use this guy, which is a similar bit. So I just switched it out from a router bit. This is a wood bit, but the drywall bit has an end like that. So I just switched the sleeves. I might end up having to use this because I don't know if that. Where's the teeth on this? Okay, that might do it. Thinking smaller might be better in this case. Let's see. Oh, the other thing we're gonna need is a battery. Since we're not going to be needing this right now. Nothing's pretty much. It's got 3 bars, a little baby battery, and let's set the depth that we're going to need. And that depth will be, okay, I need the, like once it's set up, I'm pretty sure it's good for, that bit just slid down slightly. Just having it protrude a little bit. Well, you can't put that in the wrong way. Or you can. I was putting it in the wrong way. There we go. Now let's see what the depth is. And we need... That looks right. I need to see it in the light. Ow! Don't kneel on the bits. Alright, that should work. So we're going to slide this plywood over and right up to where it's supposed to go, which I'm pretty sure is right there. I even made a mark. Is that too close to the wall? It might be. Let's see if we can. I wonder if it just needs a little more depth. Let's see. Let's try it again. I'm going to try the other bit. Let's see if the other bit works. Might as well. It's good to know. That's flush outside. It might not line up with this mark. I might have to cut that with a saw better.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I am trying to cut this plywood. The drywall router.
Why though?
Let's switch this bit out.
You're gonna fall.
Let's go with something bigger.
Please, you're gonna fall. Please, get out of there. Hey, stand right there and jump.
It's not that hot either. Okay, we're gonna move it up to the bigger guy.
It smells like burn something.
Yeah.
Did you burn something?
It'll have that smell.
I like that
I
smell.
wonder if this will fit. Oh, it's the same bit, same size collar.
Wait, please. Come on, over here. You're gonna get itchy.
You also have to.
You can't even walk because you're so itchy. Hey, stay there, please. Come on.
The bits in my hand. Good one. Off. Okay, let's take this guide off right now. I put it in without the collar, without the sleeve. And that's why, because you gotta put the sleeve in, and then the collar on, and then the bit in. So that was a smaller bit. Let's try the bigger bit. Let's see if it's got a little more pizzazz to cut. Okay, we'll throw that back in there. And that. Let's see. Let's set this up. Just gonna set it up to the right height. And then let's see what this does. Gotta hold on to that. Mashing up the metal. Oh my god. It's not meant. It's crazy that the bit is straight though. Maybe you gotta start it. What's it hitting against anyways? Let's start it here. Yeah. you definitely used up a bar. Let's try that. Maybe it was too low. It's just a little more height. It was really deep down there. Try that again. It actually didn't do too bad. That's not bad. You just got to bend that metal back. And there we have it. Turned out pretty straight. So I guess that was the issue, was when I had the guide lower, I was going against this sleeve, this collar, and it was making it vibrate. And once I got that set to the right depth, it was doing a pretty good job. So for now, we can finish off this vent. Oh, this is a 4x10. Okay, I thought I got a 4x12. That's what it was. Anyways, so we got a smaller vent there, but there's a lot of sawdust in there. Now it gnawed that up. Let's get the vacuum back over here. that's the we're able to cut out the vent. Doesn't look bad. I went a little too far there, but you know, this metal was moving. That's why we got to cut like that. But to be honest, like that's pretty good for a drywall router. All right, tomorrow we're gonna come back and we're gonna install this floor. It's gonna be an interesting task because I need to glue underneath this, and I have to have it outside the wall, so we have to prop it up a little bit and try to get the sheet to slide out and then drop it in the glue. But we also have to put that sheet in first because these are tongue and groove sheets, and I can only go to this distance, which was the next sheet over, and I can't hammer it in, so I have to kind of go backwards. I have to go this sheet, then hammer this into that, and then this one shouldn't be so hard because there's no plywood in front, so we'll be able to smack that one in place too. And then we'll glue and shoot this off with ring nails, and then finish that other vent. We're gonna vent it out there. But yeah, for now, we've got these vents. This vent is new. There wasn't one here before. There's only one giant one, which is in that corner that was just shooting straight out of the ground. So then this one's going to go to here, and then we're going to have one over there. So this room gets a little more heat in it. And then plus we've installed all the insulation in the floor. We're going to cut these insulation stops and put them over top of this insulation, just like strips. We'll cut out strips like this and then place them in this cavity across, like maybe 4 in this one. So one this way, one this way, one this way, and one that way. And then that will give it an airspace, because right now it's tight to the top. And I want to have at least 1.5 inches airspace. So if we compress the insulation slightly, it'll hold it down to a point where it will allow air to move back and forth. So I just figured we would get this ready now. We've got heat coming out of here now. I also feel the cold coming from there, but heat coming out of here. Which you should always have a heat source in front of the window. That's one of the reasons why we're putting that in. And then we're going to have another heat source coming off that vent right here. So I had to engineer these because we only got so much height, right? So I had to turn this into that, which basically was acting like, I'll show you here. This was the other top vent right here. So this is what we had coming out of that, but there was like, it's half the amount. This is a 4x12 vent, and then we put that over the hole, so we're barely getting any heat. And they don't really sell anything longer than that. So I decided that maybe I could just reverse engineer. We're doing it everywhere else in the house. We might as well do it here. Right? Like, look at the size difference of the two. See? So if I line these up, I'm losing half of that vent. And this has got a bigger cavity to pick up the air. So we made we made this into this, just bigger. And it has to be custom because look, if I leave it that height, it sticks past the floor, right? So we had to make our own. So this didn't work, not enough heat coming out. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, you're taking a bigger opening and making it smaller. Of course there's going to be less heat that comes out. You need more heat. And that's what I was doing with this. So now, it's time.
Could you call Mom? I want to see when she's getting home.
Why? Because you cut yourself?
And it really hurts.
You'll be fine. You'll be completely fine. It's not even a cut, it's a scratch. She's got a little scratch. And she cannot handle it. Alright. Anyways, so I thought I'd make this video. Let you guys know. What country am I from? Canada! Not Texas like everybody thinks. I wish I grew up there. Probably would have been amazing. So, tomorrow we will be installing the rest of these insulation stops in the floor here. And then we will be installing these sheets in the floor. And it should be pretty amazing at that point when we're done. So thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. You guys have a great night. And remember, stay authentic. Life is always happening for you, not to you.